So we're here in Ludlow at the memorial, and it's important to understand that the miners in Ludlow, Colorado, on September 23rd, 1913, they were battling unsafe working conditions, low pay, and long hours, which was a big thing in the Progressive era. That was the whole reason everyone was fighting. And they worked for 12 to 14 hours a day for pennies. And you think about it now, we can work 5 hours and make $10 or more. So it was just terrible for them, so it's understandable why they would fight. And then just a mere 7 months later, the Colorado military militia, or Colorado State Militia, attacked this tent colony where they were living and burned it. They didn't discriminate on anybody. They didn't care if you were a man, woman, or children. They killed you all just the same. And 4 men, 2 women, and 11 children lost their lives because of that. Just for fighting for what they believed in. So.
This is like the memorial. This is the memorial. It says, in memory of the men, women, and children who lost their lives in freedom's cause at Ludlow, Colorado, April 20th, 1914. This greatly depicts how mother, child, and father died at this place. Over on this side, we have, so this is a declaration that marks this as an official National Historical Landmark in 2009.
And then on this side, we have a plaque with all the names and ages of everyone who died in this massacre. One kid, Frank Petrucci, was only 6 months old. He didn't even have a chance to live, and it ranged from that 6 months to 45 years of age. Men, women, and kids, as I said earlier, were killed for no reason in the Colorado State Militia's unwarranted attack on coal miners as they fought for their freedom from the oppression that they had suffered from coal company officials.
Okay, so this was actually called the death pit, and it's like a little room where 11 children and 2 women actually died during one of the battles when the tent caught on fire. And we're actually going to open it up and go inside and see what it looks like. So the stairs, as you can tell, they're really, like, this is all very old. And when we come down here, you can see it's actually a very closed-in space, and it's really no bigger than, I'd say, not even your average room in the house. And there's no windows or nothing, so if the door on top was closed, there was no way for them to go out, which is how they died.
Here we have another house that was burned, as you can see from all the darkened wood and pretty much the crappy condition of it. That was around during the Ludlow Massacre when all the militia came through and burned everybody's houses down. You can see that this board right here, they were probably attempting to keep the militiamen out so that they wouldn't be killed within their house. And then if you come inside, you can see just dirt and boards. And right here might actually be the original floor for this house. And then you can see some of the pieces still have the original wallpaper. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like little flowers on a blue background. So even though this house was burned, I mean, you can still see details from its past. And then if we walk in this room, we believe this may have been the kitchen, because you have this little pipe that would allow steam to go out of the house through the pantry, which is this little room, where they would probably keep all their groceries, their foods, their cans, and other cleaning supplies as well. So you can tell just by the look of this house, whoever lived here probably led a pretty happy life. Minus, if it was a mining family, the crappy pay and injustice on them. And then these stairs would lead up to what we believe would be the bedrooms for a mother and dad and the children directly above where I'm standing now. Right, I think that's great.
So we're here and we found some remains. We found this little outhouse thing, or maybe a little shelter for them, because it's actually very small, but it could have been deeper in. We don't know, but you can tell how the wood is just really old and it looks burned. And we think it might have been an addition to another remain thing over there. And we can go check that out right now.
We're here now in what appears to be a possible mining corporation's building. So you would come here for work, they'd give you your assignment, and you'd go. And the reason we can tell it's probably some type of office is just the sheer size and all the different rooms that expand throughout all of this. So this may have been where all of the miners in Ludlow went for their jobs just to be killed later on.
Okay. The events like the Ludlow Massacre and all the tragedies that happened here were really what the Progressive Era was about. It was about how all the workers and just people wanted to better themselves and better their working conditions, and how people opposed that, and they died for their cause, and that's what inspired really all the books to happen and the Muckrakers to start writing about all this stuff going on, to really inform the people and let them know that there has to be a change. And it's just really tragic to see things like this, and it really, it gives you a lot to think about now that we're so, everything is just changed. But yeah.